Hello, everybody. This is Tyler, Preston 20. I'm here with a special guest right now. His name is Ander Garcia, and we're going to talk about La Manana, the case that's happening in Spain. How are you doing?
Fine. Here I am pretty nervous.
It's your
Like,
first time on a Google Hangouts?
yes, I mean, I have never used this app. It was like in my phone since from from the beginning. I mean, it's pretty determined, and I don't know even what it was about. So so bad.
Right, right. I talked to many people from Spain. Like I talked to people from Madrid, Catalonia. My friend is also from Canary Islands. Where you from?
I'm from Bilbao, from the north.
Oh, okay, cool.
I I'm sorry because they're like my brother and two cousins outside, and they're like mocking or so if they are hurt. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry.
Okay, okay, no problem, no problem. Family's everything. I'm kind of curious, like, how long have this case been going on in Spain?
I think it's been 2 years now. I think it was no. I mean, I think that the news came out in 2017, but that it happened 2016 in July, obviously in San Fermines, which are in July, 7th July. Well, it's been around since then, but like there was like a stop a year ago when they were declared not innocent, but they didn't go to jail. But now that it's been given the definitive sentence, it's come out again.
Okay, so from what I understand, the story is basically, I think, one night it was like, what was it, a girl from Madrid, and I think five guys came to have sex with her, and then she later filed a complaint.
Yes, like after the fests, which were in Pamplona, in Navarre, that night, the history is that like they dated or like they met there, and they ended up having sex in a building hall, the five of them, after having been looking for a hotel, and then the next day she or that we're gonna know, like she they demanded them as rape, and like it's been very doubtable because there was a video in which she well anyone has seen the video just of the judges. I don't know if he like I think my brother has just yelled. I don't know if he's heard. Um, well, only people in the like the judges and like they have seen the video, but it has been transcribed and there are things like where she said yes, or she stroked one of the guys. So there are plenty of doubts if there was any consent or not.
Okay. And so what was the initial ruling? Did like the court say like it was sexual abuse or sexual assault at first before the protests?
Well, um, it was said to be sexual abuse or sexual aggression
Okay.
by the victim. I mean,
Okay.
she said that she felt intimidated and so raped. And then everyone, like for example, there was. Have you heard any of this hashtag of no es abuso es violación? Like
I think I've heard of it.
yes, because like the rape, well, it translates to it's not abuse, it's rape,
Rape.
and
Yeah.
it's because in here in the laws, it's like there are two different kinds of rape, which are abuse, which is without violence, and then aggression, sexual aggression, which is of course with violence. And it was just this misinterpretation of the judges because in one point they said that it was sexual abuse, and then people got very angry about that because well they didn't understand the vocabulary that judges use, so they were like offended it not to be rape directly because well there is not a crime called rape. There are two crimes which are aggressions and abuse. Well, it was just that misinterpretation of it being called in another way in which it was supposed to be called. But apart from that, it was only the victim's declaration, which was like she said that she felt violated, and not like people on the internet or activists.
Okay. And I guess like the protest against like the first ruling, there was like a lot of, I guess, leftists or feminists on the streets once they heard the news.
Yes, and actually, now that it's been that they're going to be jailed for 15 years, I think. There's been a lot of like celebrations because, for example, these politicians said that protesting works, and that's, I mean, if they are being jailed because you protested from the original sentence, then it means that the actual justice didn't condemn them, just the people in the street, like in the Inquisition. You never, nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition. But I don't know. I mean, if now the final sentence hasn't been revealed, but um, it's just that people are celebrating them to be jailed, but it was and it's like counterproductive from saying that the justice is fine, because if they're being jailed because people went to protest, then that means that the justice is wrong.
Right. Also, I read from the news that basically I think they want to change the penal code to make sure that like if a person like an ex partner or a partner file a complaint, that means that they would consider it to be aggression and not just assault or something.
Yes, they are like reinforcing the consent
Yeah.
laws. Like, for example, this politician, this our vice president, called well, Calvo. She said that only yes is yes, meaning that any other thing like subjective or any other form of consent, it was, if that was given, it would be still rape if it wasn't given a yes. And I mean, how can you prove that someone said yes the next day? Do you have to sign a contract or have I don't know, someone to record it, or I don't know.
Yeah,
And
right. You need to have like some sort of hidden camera or something to
and there's
record.
this meme of a paper called "I Mr. Under no, I Mrs. No sé qué, accept that Mr. No sé cuántos is going to penetrate me, and sign of the penetrator, and say sign of the penetrated, and I
Yeah,
don't know how they want to do it.
it's kind of funny because I think in the state of California, they have a similar law. Yes means yes. Like basically the same thing. Like if you were to just try to have sex with a woman, you had to make sure you have some sort of consent throughout. Like say yes throughout the whole entire sexual thing. It's crazy.
Yes, there was this YouTuber called Jordi. He made a video like a year ago, showing like how it would be if someone like having sex and suddenly said, "Wait, I haven't said yes," but it was the man who said that haven't said yes. uh, well, and it's just I think it's plain stupid how they want to make it. And now, well, this case is pretty weird because it was five men, one woman. Like there can be some explicit, like some implicit intimidation by the fact that they are more. But I mean, it's proven that she has said that she didn't feel like in the moment. She didn't reject anything. She didn't show any rejection. She didn't say no. Like she said yes in a moment, and it's transcribed in the original sentence. She also, in the videos, she was seen stroking one of the men, and it was excused with saying that she did that for the sake of keeping balance and not falling down. She struck one, like grabbing to the men there. Well, he were like joking about this, but I think it's pretty serious because in any case, if there's been rape, this is serious, and if we are going to be having to sign any contracts to have sex from now on, then
I remember watching some sort of clip on not YouTube, but Twitter. I think it was some sort of guy. I forgot his name right now, but I think he talked about how there was like other cases where before this one there was like other guys going and having sex with girls too.
Well, there it has been said a lot, like another manadas, but these are but because this manada was well Spanish men, two of them were one of them was a policeman, I think, other one was a military guy, and there's been a lot of another like group rape cases which haven't been that much like propagandistic or periodistic, which are well the members are all immigrants or they are from abroad or left activists. Like those cases have been silenced. I don't know if you mean that.
I haven't heard about those ones, but speaking about like I guess like definitions of like sexual assault and of course versus like sexual aggression. Like I think that prior to this case, I heard something that in Spain, like if you were to get like I guess a false accusation from like your partner, you could probably spend like a day or two in jail from the accusation.
Well, that's different. That's of the gender violence law, which is only applicable in couples or ex-couples. And yes,
Mhm.
if you get like a demand of gender violence by your partner or ex-partner, you will spend a day in prison or two if it's paid on Friday, the whole weekend. Well, it's also very commonly used in divorce procedures because it automatically gives her the custody of the kids. But that's different from the Manada case. I mean,
Right,
it's
right.
a general law, a general law of the gender violence law, which is only applicable in couples.
Wow, it's kind of crazy. Like from the outside, it seems as though like I guess the feminism and I guess extreme left ideas they seem to be more I guess extreme in Spain compared to what I see in my country.
Well, yes, I mean, all of this, like, activists justify it, like, in statistics. Like, most of the cases of assassination and mistreat in couples are made from men towards females. That doesn't mean anything. I mean, it means that some victims have, like, that matter more than others, depending on who the victim is and who the aggressor is. Well, that's not equality as far as I think.
Right. Speaking about which, see, we mentioned about the case. We also briefly mentioned about gender violence law. Do you think that basically like if this continues, like the relationships in Spain might actually, I guess between like men and women would actually decline from this, or
Yes, there. Uh, well, people are afraid of. I guess like only people who watch a lot of the news on social media and that will be like intimidated for now. But I think that people, when this all of this comes out, like are going to be afraid of having sex or having a relationship, because in any moment you can get like this case has proven it until we see the final sentence, and then the gender violence law. I mean, there are most people wouldn't do that, and most women aren't crazy enough to just uh, make a false accusation. But I think that yes, some people will get afraid of that. I mean, if I don't have any fear, well, I am I am no I am I don't think it's that that sorry.
it's
Like
okay. Like I know English is
I'm
hard.
nervous. Yes, but I don't think it's that important. Like that that risky right now because, as I have said, most women won't do that. And if you know that person well, you know that she's not crazy. But yes, people who are very keen to enter new relationships will end up having troubles with this and will be afraid. Bye.
Okay. I think we covered everything. Before we sign out, you want to give out like your I guess your your Twitter account. Excuse me.
Well, my Twitter account is Garcia, yes, my name and two surnames. And the same for the arroba under Garcia Aguirre. I don't know how to say arroba in English, I'm sorry.
Let's see, Aruba. At.
Alright, at under Garcia Aguirre. And well, thanks for having me here.
No problem.
And I hope my English is enough for this. As
No, 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 no.
it was a test for me for my English.
No. It's fantastic. It's good. It's really good.
So thanks.
I can understand you just fine, so everybody else will understand you.
Yes, yes.
Okay, this is Tyler Preston 20, and I'll talk to you guys next time.